told me, though, he feels as though he can't change. He feels as though the pig has grown so much inside of him that he can't control himself. He can't control his impulses. He can't control his mind. He can't control the thoughts that come through his mind. And I told him, I said, listen, this is something that every single human being deals with. All of us, every day, we experience certain negative thoughts that come into our mind. The thing is even though we cannot always prevent certain negative thoughts from coming into our mind, we do not have to allow those thoughts to grow and to develop in our mind. Even though we can't prevent certain thoughts from coming into our mind, we do have the power to decide which thoughts we're going to focus on, and what we focus on grows. In other words, think of it like this. Think of it in this illustration. Even though we cannot always prevent birds from landing on our heads, we do not have to allow those birds to build a nest. We can brush the birds off our head. Brush the birds off your head. Brush the birds off your head. Let me tell you a story. 2 frogs fall into a bucket of milk. At first, both of them are paddling and kicking, trying to come out of the bucket. Birds of discouragement land on their heads. One of the frogs does not brush those birds off of his head. So he allows those birds, those negative thoughts, to stay in his mind. And you know, if you allow negativity to stay in your mind, it will bring you down. Holler if you hear me.
Holler.
If you allow negativity to stay, it's going to bring you down. And so he allows the birds to stay on his head, right? He allows negativity to stay in his mind. And so the birds build a nest on his head. The negative thoughts grow and develop in his mind. And he becomes, so negative thoughts like, I'm hopeless. Negative thoughts like, I can't overcome this. I'm too weak. I won't be able to make it through this. I can't control myself. Those type of negative thoughts just develop in his mind. He becomes depressed. He just gives up. He stops paddling and kicking. He just drowns and dies. But the other frog brushes the birds off of his head and replaces those negative thoughts with positive thoughts like winners never quit and quitters never win. And thoughts like persistence overrides resistance. The other frog changes his focus. The other frog decides to focus on what's positive. And so positivity grows in his mind. And he's encouraged. He's motivated to keep going. So he keeps on paddling, kicking. And the milk starts to turn into cream, and the cream starts turning into butter. And on the solid butter, he's able to bounce out of the bucket. In the end, that frog was saying something as he was coming out of the bucket. Listen closely to what the frog was saying as he was coming out of the bucket. Listen to this. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Even though the situation seems hopeless, even though it seems like I'll never be able to succeed, I'm coming out. Because winners never quit and quitters never win. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Be the clay smile, was a lost child. Through this world is wild, each and every juvenile. Shout aloud, I won't follow the crowd. Integrity is how I turn my life around, much older now. But 15 years ago, I was little slow, blessings flow, trying to live my life right. But I fall down, life's like a pool, stop swimming, you drown. So keep battling and paddling, don't give up. When you see a prince fall, I'm lifting them up. That's what it's all about. True success, when you help them, try to do their best. And don't let nobody tell you less. You just stutter. Now all I do is express good grades A after A. I come a long way. Holler, do you hear me?
Holler.
I get so excited. I get so excited because I realize that the past does not have to equal the future.